Hold on.
All right, here's your second strand that we need to look at. Again, it's under 7.E.1. Understand how the cycling of matter, water, and gases in and out of the Earth's atmosphere relates to the Earth's atmosphere, weather, and climate. This one focuses on explaining how the cycling of water in and out of the atmosphere and atmospheric conditions relate to the weather patterns on the Earth. Now, what that really means is that we want you to know about the water cycle. This is not a new concept. You learned this in elementary school. We went over it in the fall, but I want you to be able to hear it again. So I want you to just think about what stupid things I made you do at the beginning of the year. Remember, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, runoff. When you move your body, it helps you remember. So even if you're sitting on the at the test and you think, oh, what's the water cycle? Evaporation, condensation, that's cool. You can do that. That'll help you. So evaporation is when water evaporates from the place where it is and goes up. It condenses in the clouds, gets too heavy to stay up there, and it falls out of the sky in the form of precipitation. When it hits the land, it can run right off, go to the river, go to the ocean. Sometimes it doesn't even hit the land. Sometimes it just rains back in the ocean. Now some people say, what about salt water? Wouldn't that make salty rain? No, it doesn't, because the salt stays in the water, just the water evaporates. That's the water cycle. The most important thing that I want you to know are those 4 steps and that it never ends. Okay? Now weather is made up of rain, snow, thunderstorms, lightning, dust storms, which doesn't even sound like weather, but because it's being blown around and it can really overtake a large area of the earth, it is part of our weather patterns, okay? Now, weather is actually the state of the atmosphere at a given time and place. We can't talk about the weather of the whole earth and say what's going on because, as you can see, I'm outside right now and it's a really pretty day. It's about 61 degrees. But if you were to go to Minot, North Dakota, it might be 17 degrees and snowing. Or if you went to the equator, you'd have to be in your bikini. You don't want to see that, trust me, folks. So, oh, one thing I forgot. The energy that it takes to do all of this cycle comes from, that's right, my green sun up there. All right. Now, a meteorologist, like Larry Sprinkle on whatever channel he's on, they measure and predict the weather. You know that already. However, they have to understand how the earth heats and cools. They have to know how clouds form, and they have to know what makes the wind blow. Not just, oh, gee, the wind is blowing. Oh, look, there's a cloud. It looks like a dinosaur. They have to understand how all of that happens. All right? I'm not going to teach you how all that happens because we're not meteorologists yet, but if you want to become one, you're going to have to know that. Now, this is the assignment part you're going to love me for. We have a bunch of Greek and Latin roots. They're all reviewed. They should be in the back of your notebook, just like mine are in the back of my notebook. But if you don't have them because you've lost them, ologist is one who specializes in. Ology means the study of. Meteor means an upraised or high body or up in the atmosphere. Atmo is vapor. Sphere is round. Strato is layer. Tropo is to turn or turn. Therm is heat. Circum is around, and iso is equal. Those are all word parts we've used. Now this is what you're going to have to do. Take these word parts and any other that we've used, but you have to use at least one of these. Create a word. You need to know what it means, and we're gonna play Stump Your Neighbor at some point. Maybe tomorrow. Probably not today because everybody's not doing the same thing. But you must create, did I say how many? I want you to create 10 words. Got it? Write them down in your notebook because we're going to be playing that. I'll see you later.